Howdy, y'all. How's it going? Welcome. It's late. It's storming. Oh god, no, that was like right outside. Okay. Yeah. It's been like lightning for I don't know, a solid 2-3 hours now. I like it. I like it as long as I'm inside. I like the old rumble of some thunder. But yeah, hi, welcome. Late night. So the game's finally up. That's nice. That's good. You know, that's why I have not had a chance to really like play a whole lot of this lately. The servers have been just all over the place. Yeah, you know, they did a hotfix last night. It looks like everything's good in terms of being able to get your rewards and everything from power play. All of that's looking fine. Looks like that all got fixed. They have not fixed a whole lot with the fleet carrier jumping and colonization stuff, like going all sorts of places in your systems. That's supposedly tied to the mission runners taking up invisible slots. Yeah, so there's still a lot of big issues. My big issue was yesterday after the hotfix. I guess the servers were like, I don't know, they were just like, you're not gonna get to play. I would get in, everything looked good, choose what game mode that I wanted to play, and then it would just black screen on me, and I had to go into Task Manager to force close it. So yeah, it wasn't great. It wasn't good. But yeah, it looks like everything's been going okay. It's still kind of off and on. You know, it's just one of those situations. It's like, I don't know. I feel like they're vibe coding these really big updates these days, or something going on with the servers. And if it comes out that that's what they've been doing, then you know what? We're gonna be not playing this anymore. You know, that's what it comes down to. This patch has been probably one of the more broken ones I've seen in a bit. I mean, colonization when that came out was a little iffy, but yeah, this patch has been, I don't know. The content itself is whatever. The Nomad is great. I love the Nomad. Nomad's fantastic. But yeah, everything going on with the server issues, not getting rewards, all of that, it's been giving me vibe coding vibes, and you know what that means on this channel. That means we play other games. But you know, it's working now. We'll just keep going. We'll see. We'll give them the benefit of the doubt for now. And I'm having some fun getting out here and enjoying my time with the Nomad, trying to do a little bit of exploration, find some interesting systems. Got my elite observatory up. Let's see. Got a couple rings that are they're like 1.5 light seconds across. That's not huge. That's not huge when you're out here. Whoa, okay, that's a lot of lightning. Smallest body is 181 kilometers. Okay, still not the smallest one that I've seen, but yeah. All right, let's just keep going. Let's just keep going. I've yeeted my fleet carrier over there. If you've never watched my exploration streams, that's kind of what I do. I like to send my fleet carrier ahead, and then I go out and I get exploring. I just kind of to try and find what looks good and kind of go from there. As always, you know, we're just kind of looking for some interesting things. I'm trying to get my funds back up, so like a little exo bio would not hurt, and it would give us an excuse to try and get out here and show off the Nomad a little bit as much as I can. With some of this stuff. New lighting looks good, so we'll check out this blue white star. You know, I know there's been a lot of controversy that it only affects certain stars, or you know, things like that. I think it looks pretty good. Some of it is more subtle than the others, but overall I think they did a very good job with it. Some of these stars, it's very apparent. Things like M stars, G stars, you know, your typical orange life-giving stars, not so much. But it is still there. I know there's been a lot of people saying they didn't do anything. No, they definitely did. There's someone that was a photographer for a very long time. I can assure you they absolutely did do some changes. But yeah, a lot of it is you know, changing the white balance on some of these stars, adjusting some of the bloom effects, and, you know, various little things like that. And not necessarily like doing a whole lot of color grading. I think a lot of people expected it to just be like Horizons was. It is not quite that extreme. But I do like what they have done overall. I wouldn't mind a little bit more color grading on some of the more extreme stars, but overall I've really enjoyed what I've been looking at while I'm out here. And just enjoying my time. You know, I'm just kind of meandering my way up to Riker's Hold eventually. I don't know if I have enough tritium to really go all that far. I didn't fill up the fleet carrier like I normally do before I go on these big trips, so it's not quite as full. I do still need enough to get back, you know. But yeah. I'm just kind of putting myself in a direction going. I might do another trip out at some point and like actually go to Beagle Point. But I mostly just want to get out here, test some things, see what the Nomad can do, and maybe try and find some interesting stuff. But I am still working on like a pretty big video project for Elite. You know, just my own little music video project, I guess. And that's gonna send me all over the place. So, you know, it's not necessarily a big deal to do it now. I've been waiting for the lighting updates and it's here, so I can kind of plan out a trip. I've been getting a little bit of footage here and there when I see something interesting, but for the most part, it's just kind of a test run. Once we catch up to the fleet carrier, we can also do an operation or two to kind of show off what it's like. They're okay. It's okay. I haven't done all that many of them. I think they're tuned way too high. But for the most part, I just I don't see any reason to do some of them. Like, the gameplay isn't all that like different or exciting. But what is particularly like kind of rough with them is there's really no reason not to just like a palm slam terminal prosecution or the biohazard takedown, which I guess a lot of people would consider like the easiest ones, right? You know, in a typical MMO, you run certain dungeons because that dungeon gives you certain loot, right? And then maybe you have some tokens that kind of like, you can buy whatever loot you want from a certain tier of dungeons, right? They don't do that here. Like, it's all just merc coins. So there's really no reason to try and run some of these more complicated or harder ones because they don't have specific things tied to them. So if you're just trying to get merc coins, you're just gonna go with whatever's the easiest one. And terminal prosecution on easy, like, you can just palm slam that all day, and there's really no reason not to do anything else. It's very weird. And the thing is, like, very specifically, you want terminal prosecution easy, because the amount of merc coins you get for doing the hard version as a bonus doesn't make up for the amount of time that you're spending on it. Like, easy, when I say it is easy, it is easy. It is by far one of the easiest ones if you're a commander that knows how to press your buttons. If you can do a high CZ, you can do terminal prosecution with a group. I pretty much only do them as groups. I have not really tried doing a whole lot of them just solo. I haven't necessarily like seen a whole lot of reason to. It just goes so much faster, and I haven't really had all that much trouble trying to fill them up. But yeah, terminal prosecution is the ship only one. There's no foot stuff on it at all. And it is literally like a CZ. Jump in. There's a bunch of pirates you gotta kill, and then you gotta kill the commander when it shows up. And if you are like me and you've got these big rig ICZ war power ships, then it's very hard to die. It is very hard to die. I've only died once in doing a terminal prosecution hard, and that is because I had like 5 guys on me. They just saw that I was the biggest ship and just decided, all right, this guy's the one. And even that ended up not being a big deal because I just respawned on the mission rudder. They finished off the rest of the general. I go home. I got a metal rich body. Okay. Not landable. Okay. Yeah, look at that. Look at that glow. Look at that glow. I think it looks pretty good. I think it looks pretty good. A little disappointing there's not more in the system to take a look at, being a G-class, G-weight system. I kind of had my hopes up. That's okay. You know, as always with a lot of these trips out, it's mostly just trying to find interesting sites. Try and find some things that are like screenshot worthy. But if I do have like a goal, so something that I am like trying to get, it is, as always, the friendly jolly green gas giant. That is what we're trying to find. But that's not really something I can target. They just kind of show up wherever. I do tend to do a little bit more exploration of like C and D weight systems. That seems to be where most of them have popped up. But I'm also like really like far below the plane right now. So who really knows? If we're being honest, who really knows? Like what, 1,000, 1,200 below right now? I mean, I guess I can peek my head up a little bit. See what's going on closer to the center. But, you know, that runs into the issue of having more people checking it out. More chances of things being discovered already. Ooh, that was a wicked strike out there. Okay. I don't even think it's really, like, rained all that much. I feel like this has just been, like, nothing but lightning. Now that's getting ready for the Norway-England match on Saturday is what it's doing. May we have good tidings. All right. But aside from that, like, I've had fun getting out here. The Nomad is really cool. Nomad is very, very cool. Very much worth it. You know, there's a few small things about it that kind of annoy me, but I also have a fleet carrier, so it ends up not being a problem. But it does burn through fuel pretty fast if you're doing a lot of exploration. My Caspian here actually has 2 Nomads on it, just in case. But yeah, it burns through fuel surprisingly fast, which would normally not be a problem, but there's no way to synthesize any fuel for it. So you pretty much have to land somewhere to refuel the Nomad, as far as I have seen. I haven't really had to worry about it too much, so I haven't really delved into the weeds with it, but as far as I can tell, yeah, you gotta have some way to refuel. So like you cannot pick up like iron and all that like an SRV can. So, you know, there's a few things. The other thing is like it is very fast, but the fact that it doesn't have an auto land is really annoying to me. You guys know I like my auto land. I like having to think as little as possible when I'm doing 1,000 systems at once. It does land anywhere, which is really nice. So, you know, if you don't mind going and doing some manual landing, you have a lot of options with it. But I feel like without having auto land, it almost takes me as long to like figure out my landing and all of that as it would have been just to get out in my SRV. But it's kind of a minor thing. Overall, it is much better. The scanner is awesome. Yeah, it's really cool. Let's see here. Yeah, we're getting nothing but icy bodies. We need to find something that's actually worth a little bit. And maybe has some life signs. Maybe, if we're lucky. Hey, no. Where is this one? We've got ourselves like an elliptical. Yeah. Yeah, I am a big proponent of auto land. That's like the biggest annoyance for me with the Nomad is that there's no auto land. But you know, I know a lot of people are all about the immersion and all of that, but like I said, when I do these exploration trips, I'm doing 1,000, 1,500 systems at once. Like, I'm just like shotgunning these things. I don't want to have to like sit here and manually do everything every time I want to go check out a planet that may or may not be cool, right? But like I said, I mean, it does make up for it with the fact that the scanner is so good. What are these, all class 1s? Okay. Remember our rules, guys. When we see a gas giant with water-based life, we go into the map and we read the description, because that one's the only one that doesn't pop up when it's a jolly green gas giant. Everything else is in the codex. It'll pop up with a little codex notification, but not the ones with water-based life. Unfortunately, you gotta read the description. Thankfully, those are the ones that are usually very obvious. The gas giants with water-based life, like I haven't seen any of them in game because I don't want to mess up like a codex discovery. That's like the primary way to find one. But if you go and look at screenshots, like those are the ones that are like, yeah, that's definitely a green gas giant, right? The water-based life ones are the huge bands. But you know, been a few minutes. Yeah, it's been a week. It's just like, this has been a very broken update, but you know, it seems like they're slowly getting hotfixes out. If you're doing any colonization at all, if you stopped a few months ago in the middle of like building some stuff, I might hold off a little bit. We've got like an issue with a whole bunch of ghost slots taking up space, and fleet carriers jumping into systems and being put like 300k out and all kinds of stuff. It's pretty bad. But as far as the rewards and at least the server stability, it seems like it's been better today. Seen a couple people that's been having some issues, but last couple sessions I played today haven't been too bad. But I'm also not doing any of the on-foot operations stuff. I'm just doing the space stuff. I don't have like grade 5 engineering for any of my actual like FPS gear that they have. If you can really call it that in this game. Yeah, never got into it. Yeah, it's kind of whatever. Ooh. Oh, that's 3 geologicals. That's a big boy. Kind of curious what these geologicals are. Let's go take a look. This one has an atmosphere, so might be able to show off the lighting updates. Like I said, it's very subtle. You know, what is this? A class G star? So it probably won't be a class K. It probably won't be quite as obvious going down, but I think it looks good. I think they've done a really good job. I really wish that I could find a planet like this in one of these systems that have a blue star, so we could really show off the lighting updates. Oh, gravity well. There we go. Alright, let's find a good angle. This one has big old atmosphere. Should be interesting. Should be interesting. We'll just have to get down and see. My V-tier model will probably die on me because of all of the things that have been broken. At least this one's consistent. The old Odyssey planetary landings. That one still causes you to stutter. That's fine. We'll just deal with it. Unfortunately, with this, we're not going to have anything to really scan with the Nomad, but I can at least kind of show it off. It's kind of nice because whenever you get down here and like start flying around, your main ship kind of follows you. He just kind of like hangs out like a little puppy dog behind you. You don't have to worry about about dismissing it and bring it back and all kinds of stuff. Yeah. Okay, let's... there we go. Don't even know if I'm on the right side here. It should be. This is a dark planet. Okay. Yeah, where'd my sun go? Off our brackets. Ooh, nice nebula. Check that out. It's probably all been explored, but that's fine. Well, maybe I won't get to show off the lighting updates because this planet's really dark. I don't know why it's so dark. We're in a normal we're in a normal system. Black holes are actually kind of interesting. They made it a little bit brighter on planets like in black hole and white dwarf systems. It's kind of nice because they were a little bit harder to see originally. But yeah, they look really kind of cool now. They really do look kind of like dead planets, but you know, you got these big spiny electroid plants popping up everywhere. Right, down we go. We got to be careful because I did not take a look at how much gravity we've got. That might be a problem. I guess we'll find out. Let's see if it changes. Sometimes when you enter the drop zone, it'll change. Well, I guess this is a helium-based. I don't know if I've really landed in a whole lot with a helium-based atmosphere. And you kind of see the dark band up there. Interesting. All right. Well, this is a bigger planet, so we're gonna take it easy. It's pretty cool looking, though. I mean, you can kind of see the mountains and stuff popping up there. It doesn't seem like the gravity is going to be too bad. And I mean, the Caspian already has a little bit to kind of negate that, so that's not too big of an issue. All right, let's line it up and let's go. Now, when it does shoot you out, it does shoot you out at max speed, and it doesn't default back down to, like, no acceleration. So just, you know, be aware. Be aware if you're pointing at something kind of important. Yeah. I've done that a few times. When the Caspian first came out, like, it has a really, really nice nosedive. Like, that's kind of the whole thing, but it also nosedives at a much, much faster speed than other ships, which itself isn't a problem when I'm just, like, exploring, but I've crashed into a couple of buildings. When I'm doing, like, when I'm trying to, like, resupply or repair at someone's base. Yeah, the tall tower on those tier 1 bases. Yeah, those... my Caspian's met them a couple times, you know, as one does. Just find a nice spot. I mean, it really does land anywhere. You just got to angle it right. There we go. Good enough. All right. Don't really have a whole lot here. We got some geysers. Might as well get the first football bonus. Look at that. How you doing up there, buddy? Yeah, I really like what they've done with the galactic map. It just looks so much better than just the sea of yellow as you get closer and closer to the center. Like, it was too overwhelming. It just really wasn't all that great actually going into the galactic core, just because everything is yellow. So they've toned it down. It looks really good now. I'm liking the skybox changes. The nebula that I'm doing some construction in right now looks fantastic. The old EGC. All right, but yeah, we're starting to get up there though. Stars are starting to pop out a little bit more. All right. Shame we don't have anything to scan on here, but that's okay. I was hoping it would look a little bit more interesting than it did. I saw this big boy and it had an atmosphere, but really nothing. Okay, that's all right. We just started, so we've got a lot of exploration to go. What do we got? Request docking. Right, it always takes me a second to actually get over here and dock. It's fine. But yeah, hopefully we can find one around here that's actually got some bio signs. I have not had a whole lot of luck this trip out, but I have been doing a lot of stuff with like B and these really big O-star systems and stuff, so it really has not had a whole lot of life. But we'll get there. We slow down a bit. The other weird part is whenever you redock, I don't know why, but my ship always has my hard points out. I'm like, why has it got that out? I never took that out. I didn't scan anything. All right, well that was not as interesting as I was hoping. I was really hoping. The planet that I used in this one's thumbnail was really cool. You know, it said, "Hey, close binary." I'm like, all right, how close we getting? And I get over there and it's like, oh, that's real close. And it's like right next to this this giant gas giant's rigs. Thank you, Elite Observatory. All right, which that's still probably, if you don't have it, I know there's a few different third-party tools that can use it, but Elite Observatory is probably my favorite, just because it's got the little pop-ups and everything. But yeah, tells me anytime I've got something interesting going on. You guys can't see it; it's an overlay. But yeah, anytime I've got something interesting popping up, you know, small bodies, large bodies, a lot of life, close binaries, things really close to each other, that kind of thing. It gives me a little pop-up in the bottom right of my screen, so I am apprised of the situation, right? How far out is this water world? Do I want to make my way over there and scan it? I don't know. I don't really. There's a lot of cases where I just don't scan planets these days. Now that I just do exobiology, and it gives me so much more money than anything with planetary scanning. I will go out of my way for Earth-likes. Obviously, I'm going to scan every Earth-like that I see, but water worlds, I'm already constructing a system that's got 3 water worlds in it. Like, do I really need to go through and DSS every single one of them? Oh, hello. Hello, 4A, diverse life. Diverse life. What are you? You are a rocky world. Okay. Well, you know, I guess this one is on the way, so we're going to go check it out. And that's not too bad. We'll do a little flyby, a little scanning. Hello, Commanders 07. Oh, I need to turn back. I need to turn all this back on before I run into the cornea of one of these. Yeah, Earth-likes all, like, I don't care if an Earth-like is like 600k out. I'll go scan an Earth-like. I'm still trying to find a ringed Earth-like of my own. I've seen a couple, but I haven't discovered any, I don't think. But water worlds are kind of like whatever. Right. Let me show you the system that I've been working on down in the nebula. on. There we go. All right. Come on. I'll get there eventually. Well, maybe it'll let me. There we go. Like, it's gonna let me look at my own colony. So yeah, this is what we're working on right now. 3 Earth, 3 water worlds, all right next to each other. Trying to get this first Dodak built. It's a thing that's happening. I mean, they're kind of far out. They're like 300k out, but like that's fine. It's 3 Earth likes in the system, or 3 water worlds in the system. Really good view in the middle of the nebula, all that. So like, you know, now that I've started doing all of this colonization stuff, you just kind of get, I don't know. You're not as impressed by some of these things, I guess. But Earth likes I still am. But now that I'm out exploring, you know, we should be getting above. God, I should be getting pretty close to 11,000 first discoveries. You know, when I'm doing these big trips, like I need interesting things. I need screenshot worthy things, and things like water worlds and ammonia worlds. They're worth the money, but they're not necessarily all that interesting to look at. I like, you know, binaries. I like things really close to each other. I like really kind of weird looking things. Once we start getting a little bit closer here to the galactic center, it's going to be a lot of looking at black holes, looking at white dwarves, things like that, you know. All right, where are you, 4A? So whenever Elite Observatory pops up with the diverse life, that usually means 8 or above. Let's get out of here. Whee! All right, so let's take a look here. How many did we have? 8. All right, nice. Now, with it being a rocky world, it's probably gonna be a lot of small, not really worth a whole lot of things. Like, we're not gonna get stratum tectonica on a rocky world. Those usually require heavy metal, but I don't know. Maybe we'll find one of the rare, one of the rare grasses or something. It's happened before, where I get down there and I'm like, all right, well, this is just a regular grass. It's just a regular fungoida, and then it turns out to be like the really rare version. Most biology signs have one version that is worth a lot. It's always just kind of weird how it decides which one's going to be which. Alright, so this is just a little guy. Hopefully means it won't be too hard to try and discover everything on here. We'll take a look. Probably got like some concha in some like really deep valleys somewhere. Knowing my luck. I mean, the Nomad does make it easier, but I mean, it's still trying to cover an entire planet. What do we got? What are we going to look at first? Okay. Yep, there's some Clypeus. I haven't seen Clypeus in a while. Well, stratum is easy to find, so we're gonna go with like the really small stuff first. There we go. And turn it on my my war mode. Maybe not. Maybe I should actually take a look. We're actually not gonna aim inside the crater. I wanna aim here. I don't have to try getting out of it in the Nomad. Yeah, I love the new DSS. I love the how they finally made it so that not everything is just covered in blue. It looks really, really, really good. You can actually see terrain through the blue now. We could speed it up a little bit. This thing can still get slammed by speed when entering atmospheres, but it's quite a bit harder. Yeah, the new DSS looks great. Look at this. I mean, you can actually see detail now through the scanner. So, I mean, you know, as much as I've been bagging them because of all of the crashing and all kinds of various performance things that have happened with this patch, the lighting updates is not one of them. They've done a very good job with a lot of this other stuff. All right, let's get down here. This is going to be a tricky one, I think. All right, let's put this Nomad to work, shall we? We've got 8 life signs we gotta find. I don't know if I'll do all 8. It's a lot. It's just a lot of time. We're gonna try and do what we can. Whee! All right, slow your roll there, buddy. All right, well, the conches are gonna be like down here. They're gonna be in the pits of all of these places. Hey, wait, no, what do we got? Let's just get started. There we are. Hey. So this is also teaching me a lot about the bioscanners. So, general rule. Green is scannable. Pretty self-explanatory. Blue usually means either something that can't be scanned, or more importantly, it is something that is too close. Like, you know, you got to get within a certain range or leave within a certain range to scan. Blue means usually too close, so go further. And then like pinkish purple, that is something that can be scanned, but it is a different biosign. So finish scanning whatever you're looking for, and then go back and try and find where all the pink stuff was. All right, let's get started. We kind of cool looking. All right, there's a concha renibus. I don't think I've ever seen any renibus before. And these I only have to go 150 meters, so that should be easy. Yeah, see, so those are too close, so they're blue. Kind of, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of hard to control the Nomad a little bit. It is much faster than you think. Like, you barely tap it and this thing is gonna go flying. So you kind of gotta love tap it a little bit when you're getting down to these planets. Oh. All right. We close. Oh, we got some more over here. There we go. Where is everything else gonna be? This is just the concha. We got 7 more biosigns to find. There. There we go. Nice. We might have to go back into orbit and go back down. I have a feeling these are going to be kind of spread out. Got a lot here that are in these peaks and valleys, and then everything else that's just up top. Nice, nice. Okay, let's see. What else did we have? Was it, I think it was Aloida? The Aloida that was down here? Guess we'll find out. You can kind of scan with the bio scanner. Oh, there we go. There we go. You can kind of scan with the bio scanner, and as long as you've got your topography map down here, it'll show you where everything is. Look at that. Look at all that green. Love it. Yeah, if you were doing like anything even remotely related to exobio, exploration, what have you, yeah, Nomad has been probably one of my favorite purchases so far. Like, I actually think I like it more than some of the actual ships that they put out for exploration. Come on, what? This is why I wish I had auto land, because I'm bad at this. Okay. Just not patient enough. There we go. I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait. I want to get down here. Seeing the time it took me to figure that out, I could have just auto landed it. Okay. What are you guys? Oh no, tentacles. I've seen this in my animes. It's a fungoida. Huh, interesting. Okay, so we got to look for some mountainsides. Goida, even with the Nomad, I think this is going to be really annoying trying to find some other spots with these. It's fine. We'll figure it out. Like, theoretically, it tries putting everything within a colony range. So, like, if the colony range is 300, it tries putting, like, a few different spots within range of each other so you can actually get some work done. Where's it gonna be? Who knows? Here we go. Here's another spot. I've really enjoyed it with Osseous. Osseous was always kind of like the bane of my existence. I always liked how Osseous looks, but it has like a 1,000 meter colony range or something like that, and they only pop up in very sparse one-at-a-time locations on the top of like hills, and they were such a pain in an SRV. I probably disliked Osseous more than Bacterium, believe it or not. But this has made it much, much easier. I have no fear with Osseous anymore, so it's nice. Appreciate it. Okay. All right, we gotta have some more around here somewhere. We're looking. Are you my fungoids? Hey, there we go. All right, is that some tussock over there? I think it might be. And I guess we can take a look and see what kind of stratum we've got. I have a feeling it's going to be the stratum palatia or whatever it's pronounced as, but you can always take a look just in case. Yeah, I think tectonicas are only heavy metal worlds. Ace. All right. Where were they? That looks like tussock. Oh no, it's more the fungoids. Okay. Okay. Well, if we need to go back in orbit and come back down, everything else was kind of like easy to find. They're just on the big Great Plains. we might have to go up somewhere. I ain't seeing shit. All right. Notice how my Caspian is following me. Notice how it's just like hanging out. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, now we're in the right spot. Yeah. It's just the boring stratums, but that's okay. Everything's right here. There we go. I don't think this will be the most valuable planet I've found, but it might be up there. Might be up there. We'll see. All right. Well, get home safe. Get some rest. Thanks for coming in. Pallius, that's what they're called. Okay. But yeah, I mean, if the servers stay stable, you know, it might be time to hop back in. I will say the updates have been, I mean, there's been a lot, if nothing else. Whoa, slow down. Oh, we can just kind of like hang out in this little circle and be all right. Like all of the rest of the plant types are like right here. Why not? Okay. I always like the little moons, I feel like, that have my really diverse life. I feel like every time I found one that pops up with the diverse life, it's almost always like a tiny rocky body. Just out in the middle of nowhere. Usually spinning around a big giant. Let's find a spot that's got a bunch of other stuff near it. Yeah, you got the big guys. All right, if you're a real pro lander, you're gonna land on top of some of the plants, and it actually clips through the Nomad, so you can just scan it without getting out. But apparently that might cause some problems with like getting back into your seat, so just be aware. All right, there we go. What's my colony range on these? Is it 300? 150. Okay. We can just hoof that. Why not? It's a pretty nice planet. Like a nice temperature and all of that. We don't have to worry too much. Ooh. I'll be coming back for you later, Concha. Nice. Is that gonna be 150? Guess we'll find out. Be close. Ah, too close. Too close. What about over here? What about over here? Well, it looks like Concha might end up being the hardest one for me to find. A little one. I want to make sure I'm not losing sight of them. Okay. We'll actually do the Concha next. The Tussock I'm not too worried about. We've got that everywhere. But you guys, weird looking things. All right, there we go. Wait, is this my pre-engineered suit? I think I got one of those, one of the pre-engineered suits from one of the CGs at some point. I feel like maybe that's why my battery's not going down as far as I thought. Okay. Oh, wait, that's Clippius. My bad. My bad. I thought you were Concha. It's okay. It's been a while since I've been out here. You gotta... you can't expect me to remember names. Right. I might be able to get most of this without having to hop back into the Nomad. That's kind of nice. Hey. Gray like my heart. Like my prospects in love. All right. I need one more. I need one more. Where were you hiding? Like this is the most I've ever actually walked on foot in this game. But it's a little bit easier than hopping back into the Nomad and re-landing the thing. All right, there gotta be one sitting around somewhere. Where did we run past it earlier? Is that it? I think that might be it. There we go. That'll do it. What else do we have out here? Is it just the tussocks? I think so. I think so. We might have to hop back in the Nomad for those. I think it's 150, but I can't remember for sure. Ugh. Free range. I might need to get a soda before we head back to the old fleet carrier. Come on. Okay, it's 200. 200. All right, well, we can hop back in for it. I need to recharge this battery anyways. It's fine. It's cool. We can just skim really low. Here we go. All right. Tussock Pinatus. Tussock Pinurus. All right. Here we go. Yeah, Tussock, we're not going to have any issue. That's everywhere. Back here. All right. We got a fair bit done here. I was not expecting this. But, I have not been looking as much at some of these other planets. No, I don't want to manage inventory. There we go. This is really probably the first time I've really looked at some of these C&Ds lately. I like getting out here a little bit before really kind of hunting. But yeah, definitely ended up being worth it. Where are you? You just need another patch somewhere. You got to be around here somewhere. There we go. Easy. Land right in the middle of it. Maybe it'll let me land. All right. How many was that? 5? 6? What are we missing? I don't they? Oh, probably bacterium, but I'm not going to worry about that. But if you are one that wants to find bacterium, that's fine. The Nomad does make it much easier. But I don't know, I can't remember how close I am to any craters, so I'm not going to worry about it. Request docking. Where did you go? There we go. Whee! All right, spin it around. Come on. Where are you? There it is. Oh, hey. Got kind of close on that. I'm finally getting the hang of this. I can learn new tricks. All right. All right, well, you were a friendly little planet. Thank you. All right, where to next? Where are we going? Let's take a look here. Let's take a look. Try and find something interesting. As we can start slowly making our way back over here. Check out this black hole on the way. I feel like a lot of the black holes I've been looking at have already been discovered here. We're still not like super far, but well, yeah, we can't just not check it out. I've had quite a few where they've discovered the primary, but not any of the planets in it, so it's always worth it. You never know what you're gonna find. A lot of this stuff out here was found like back in Horizon when you had to actually fly to the planet, so it hasn't been too bad. Nope. Nope. There we go. Wrong button. Trying to surface scan a black hole. Okay, okay now. Alright. Yeah. What do we got? Oh, come on. Just a big blue boy. Okay. This one's what? Probably another brown dwarf with a bunch of icy bodies around it. That's fine. You know, it happens. Ringed landable. That's kind of neat looking. All right. Okay, anything good? Oh, we actually have some life. Possibly. That one though, unfortunately. I'm gonna take a look. It's probably just gonna be... It's nitrogen. It's probably just gonna be bacterium. But never hurts to look. Where were you? Where are you? As you guys want a nice jump scare? Wee. They're not scary. It's fine. You really have to be trying on purpose to get hit by a black hole. Okay. Let's take a look here. That ringed brown dwarf is only 1.6 light seconds wide on its ring. Gotta worry about that one then. Yeah, if this one's Electray, we might go down and take a look. If not, we'll start heading back to the old fleet carrier. Maybe do an operation or two. Well, if it takes its sweet time getting me there. Now, if we find a pocket of stars that have a lot of gas giants, we might slow down a bit. We might slow down. All right, what do you got? Is it just going to be bacterium? I think it's just going to be bacterium. We always got to check in these black hole and it's black holes, neutron stars, and white dwarfs are the ones that have electrolyte. They're not really worth anything. I think they're like 3 million base. So they're not like high rollers, but they're just cool looking. And they're only specific systems. So, you know, it's always kind of nice to just check it out. Get some screenshots or something. A little bit bigger than I thought, too. All right. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, you can really see the lighting next to that dwarf now. Look at that. Looks really nice. Yeah, it's just bacterium. It's just bacterium. We're not going to worry about it. Like, I wouldn't necessarily be opposed to landing and checking it out. But I also want to, like, show off the operations stuff, too. So we do need to be, like, eventually making our way to the fleet carrier. Now, if I find something with stratum tectonicas, we're definitely stopping. If I find a heavy metal content world, yeah, that's an instant stop. Wee. All right, give me something good. Give me something good. 22. All right, that's a good sign. I like seeing things on this end of the spectrum. Okay, okay. Pop up our fuel a little bit. Yep. Like, really the only Merc coin thing that I want is the fuel scoop. Cargo racks would be nice. I think I've got enough room on my clipper for one more class 5, maybe. But yeah, it's really the fuel scoop that I want more than anything. And it's like, it's not a huge deal. And I'll get it eventually. I don't really have much of a reason to haul my way back to the bubble quite yet. And that's kind of the annoying part, is you have to go all the way back to your engineers to buy all of that stuff. I hate having to, I hate the engineer system. Like, it's not necessarily the grind that I dislike. Like, it's an MMO. You know, we grind things out a lot here on the channel. It's the going back to the bubble that really annoys me more than anything else about it. Like, just let me engineer, man. Like, telepresence exists. I'm fairly sure they have the internet. Let me do it, man. Don't make me go all the way back there when I'm trying to, like, colonize way out in these nebulas and stuff. I think these were all class 1 Jovians. Yeah. Nothing super interesting. No jolly greens to be found here. All right. Let's try it again. Let's try another one. Whee! All right, anything good? Anything good? No. Okay. Fair enough. All right, let's take a look at what we got on the way back. Got a dwarf, 2 dwarfs. Okay. Both D class or D weight. Probably not something super interesting. Now, if I find a pulsar that's E weight or above, those I usually check out. This probably won't have much in it. Usually the blue stars, I haven't been finding anything super interesting unless it's at least F weight. But they look cool. Like, I am really trying to find one of these blue stars with a planet that's got some life on it, so I can actually have an excuse to go down and land and get some screenshots with the new light. It is hard to find one, like something with a purple glow with life signs. It's pretty rare. Like, there's a lot of landable bodies that you'll find in these blue star systems, but very rarely one with life. So, you know, we just kind of go around. And all of the gas giants tend to be these big boys. So, you know, that's a thing. Okay. Oh. All right. Which, I mean, you can get a green gas giant in like class 3s and above, but they're a little bit harder to spot from what I've seen in screenshots, and they're just not as common. No. Anything? Nope. Yeah, see, you get a lot of these. Just they're landable, but not a whole lot interesting to look at once you get in there. Oh, okay. Okay, now. What was I just saying? Let's go scope it out. Let's give it a look. Are we gonna have a lazy river, or are we gonna have an angry newt? Talking in my the squadron Discord that I think personally angry neutrons are the scariest jump in for me. Like, I'm more scared of those than I am black holes. And it's not like they're very dangerous. It's just the competitive FPS reflexes that I've got. Like, I just see something fast moving on screen, and my first thought is to like immediately turn. There we go, and start shooting. Right. And that's kind of an interesting jump in. Got a lot of bodies here. Let's give it a look. A lot of metal rich, so probably not something super, you know, it's worth a shot, I guess. Metal rich usually don't have life. Usually not. But sometimes they get to be like the tiniest bodies that I found. Like, see, that's a small object. So let's take a look here in a second and see just how small we're talking. Get this out of my scanner. Asteroid clusters are like the most annoying. They don't count towards anything, but they still pop up everywhere. Any of them landable? Okay, I got some landable stuff here. Nothing with life, though. All right, how small is this small body? 235 kilometers, not the smallest I've seen. The smallest so far, I think, is 149. Yo. Yeah, we got an angry one here. That's cool. All right. Worth jumping in. And we got another one right here, too. But what are you? Why are you E-weight and you've only got one thing listed? What's your secrets? All right, let's just get around this thing. What are you hiding over here? We will find out together, my friends. We're going to get in here and it's just like the one. And it just happens to be like a really massive one. It tends to be my luck. There we go. Nice lazy river. The friendly fellow. Okay, we got 6 bodies. Water world. Huh. Interesting. Okay, now. That's not something I see very often. I have found like earth lights and stuff in some of these before, but it's very rare. Very rare. Huh. Look at that. One bio? Okay, well, we can go take a look. Candidate for terraforming? All right, well, we'll go scan it. Why not? We got time. Out of this gravity well. Anarchy water world. That's what I like to see. We love our anarchies here in the Diamond Frogs. Yeah, interesting. It just happened to be in the right band. Huh. Normally I wouldn't care about scanning this, but I mean, it's terraformable and it's in a neutron system. So, you know, it's kind of interesting. Maybe someone will be interested later once the colonies start moving out here. Which you would think might be taking a while, but they're really moving with Project Altea, so they might be out here sooner than you'd think. You don't really realize how much time has passed. Terraformable. I just hope that they eventually do something with terraformables. I think that would probably be like my wish list item. Is like if it's listed as terraformable and we're able to colonize stuff, then like let us actually terraform it. Like not necessarily like doing all the building and that kind of thing, but like if we put something around it, then like have it eventually turn into something like a year later or something. See why not? Should be enough. We'll find out. Come on. Come on. Yep. All right, what else we looking at? 3A, I think, was the other one. And away we go. Whee. All right, I might have gone too fast. I might have gone too fast. Oh, no, we're out of the well. We're out of the well. There we go. Good sign. It is still lightning. I like a good lightning storm, but usually they don't go on this long. It's been like a good 5 hours of nothing but this. All right, I'm guessing it's just going to be bacterium, but we'll take a look. Sometimes it'll surprise you. Not very often. Usually I skip anything with just one bio sign, but I don't know. With this being a neutron system, weird things can happen. Okay, come on. Come on. Like I'm kind of wanting the long range scanner, but if I can't engineer the double spread on top of it, then it's also kind of like, why? I feel like the spread is still like the main thing that I want. It's just too good. Being able to do this in half the probes is it's extremely powerful when you're shotgunning these systems one after the other like this. Cool looking ice world though. Yeah, just bacterium. A lot of bacterium. All right. So that's okay. It was worth looking at. You never know. I don't want to skip anything that might be kind of interesting. Any of these F weight? Probably not. Those are the ones you really want, are the F weight stars. Most of these are probably not going to have a whole lot. E. E again. Okay. A lot of E's. Where are you? Other single newt. Give it a look. It's on the way. Might as well. We gotta make the jumps as it is. Yeah, we. All right, E-weight neutron. Let's see what this one's hiding. Let's see what this one's hiding. Another lazy river. Nice, nice. Gas giants. Okay, now. Right, I'd really like an F-class blue star, just to see what's hanging out here. E-class black hole. Yeah, those are just going to be like single black holes. I can almost guarantee it. We can always take a look at one of them, but I'm not expecting too much. Let's see here. Give me something good. Give me something good. These guys are pretty bright. Nothing's like standing out to me. Nothing's calling me. Yeah, when you do the exploration, you gotta feel it out. You gotta let the explorer instincts take over. Just kind of be like, what's calling to me out here? Here we go. All right, let's see. See if this G star has anything. Probably not. It's probably just going to be the single big purple, but it's been a while since we've taken a look at a G class, a G weight. Okay. At least, been having some luck out here in terms of like things fairly fresh. I haven't run into any other names out here, which is good. Usually I just see the same 2 or 3 names over and over again when I reach certain sections, and it gets really annoying. Yep. Scoop. That'll be enough. That'll be enough. Here we go. O classes don't really usually have a whole lot. They're cool looking, but they typically don't have a whole lot else in their systems. Maybe a couple of other stars, but usually nothing like planetary landable or anything like that. We won't know until we get in. Take a look. Yeah. All right. Well, you know, that's another one on the list at least. Got a giant. I mean, I guess we could take a look. Popping up here. Put down a bit. First screen for you. The lighting's really nice. Really digging it. Yeah. Yeah. All right, we're good. Out of here. Giant with only a D weight. All right, let's fill the screen up. Oh my God, it's full of stars. Boom, big boy. What do you got? You're an M class, so maybe you'll have something interesting. Nope. Okay, that's fair. Fair enough. Let's go ahead and start making our way over there. 3 jumps, see if anything pops up along the way. That's usually where I find all of my really interesting items. It's just like trying to get from point A to point B. I'm doing just like the straight lines. I feel like I very rarely find anything when I'm actually targeting things to actually look at. But, you know, that's how it goes. That's how exploration goes. This one's only a B weight. B. All right, 16. Not bad, not bad. Get around here and get on the other side. Then we'll take a look. All right, E-Shorks. It's like right on the border. Probably not gonna be anything, but we can try. No, I don't think it's gonna be anything. Like barely missing the mark. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's just gonna be Rockies. That's fine. No gas giants, no life. Whee! All right, thankfully I haven't had too many issues with the carrier jump bug since I'm out here. There's like no colonies or anything, so there shouldn't be any hidden, invisible frontline mission runners out here. All right, 9, okay. Take a look. All right, 1 giant. Boo. Boo. All right, F-class black hole. Let's see. Yeet. All right, well, once we turn in our data, we'll do an operation or two. If anyone's even on, we'll see. Might not be. And then I am going to get a drink real quick. Yeah, not really a whole lot here. Where are you at? Come on. Here we go. Just the black hole. That's a little disappointing. That's okay. All right, now the question is, do I want to send it a little further out, or do I want to... I want to like hang out here. I feel like we found some interesting things out here. But once we start getting near the galactic center and start getting near some of these areas that are just like filled with nothing but black holes and pulsars, it starts getting really interesting really fast. So yeah. All right, give me a second. I'm gonna get a soda and I'll be right back. All right, we have returned. Like like I just woke up, and yeah, we're back. We're back at it. Okay, let's take a look here. See if there's anything interesting. How much did we make off of that planet too? I'm wondering. I'm curious. And then, yeah, let's see if anyone's on for some ops. Take a look. Nice, nice, nice. Disembark. Oh man, it's a crawling. It's a crawling. Oh. Alright, I think it's on the right side. Yeah. Let's take a look, see how much that planet ended up being worth. Alright. I'm curious if there's going to be anyone that's even online right now to even do anything. I usually don't have too much trouble filling up my squads, but oh god. Oh no. Yeah, it really does not like me streaming at the same time, does it?
Hello.
I can't believe that this game is 10 years old and still has this issue. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. All right, okay. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, we had a couple high rollers there. Flipius and Alioida. Okay. Cool, I'll take that. Obviously not quite stratum, but that's fine. Okay. Getting into the ship and hopefully get away from all of this weird scuff. There we go. There we go. A little better. I have a feeling that like a lot of it is because it's the same situation that like FF14 had when it first came out with like the 20,000 polygon barrel, you know? That's just the impression that I'm getting from a lot of these issues. All right, where's my old cloud, the Burbank? Where's the Burbank? There we go. Cool. Don't necessarily need to bring Paisley with me, but that's fine. Oh, you're just you got to get paid for something. You've been sitting back taking all my income, so at least earn a little bit of it. Anyone doing anything right now? Anyone? No. Game dead. All right. Well, you know what? We can hang out in here and see if anyone wants to join. We'll just see if I have any takers. I don't know if we will or not. And try and give it a shot. You know, I really wanted to show off some operations, but if no one joins, then you know that it is what it is. It is kind of a weird time of day with my stream schedule, so that's fine. But you know, if we go out and do some more exploration, what do we want to do? Do I want to do maybe some cutter exploration? I haven't done anything in my cutter in a while. Do I want to bring out the Cloud Kicker? Our classic Annie that we started way back when we first started streaming this. I haven't taken her out for a spin in a bit. Not really opposed. Yeah, I can't do this solo. Burbank is a little it can't take nine things hitting me at once. It's super dumb easy if you're in a squad. But yeah, solo it's way overtuned. Well, maybe we won't have any takers. I mean, if that's the case, that's going to be the case. Nothing I can do about it. Okay, well, that's fine. See if anyone else pops up. Yeah, it's pretty dire when there's only one party even recruiting right now. Yeah, I guess we can do a hard terminal prosecution. I don't know if we're gonna have enough for a full party this time of night at this rate. Hard's not too bad. I mean, I can do it. It's just, it gets a little spicier at the end when the general comes out. Usually because I'm flying the big ship and everyone wants to start targeting me. But if everyone knows what they're doing and just take down the general real fast, everyone else, they disappear pretty quickly. I'm not going to join. We won't be able to do it with just the two of us. We need more than just one. And I don't attack my boy Delane. We like Delane. He keeps black markets open. We like them black markets. All right. Well, you know, if we're not gonna have anyone up, that's fine. That's okay. I'm definitely not engineered to do any of this solo, and the foot ones I can't do if it's going to be giving me this many issues on stream. So it's okay. We'll live. We'll just take a look and see what our other options are for some exploration. Where are you? There's the respite. I need to put some vehicle bays inside. Where are you? I don't know if I've got one in here. Yeah. We'll store that. That actually has 2 vehicle slots. Huh. Okay. Nice. Nice. I don't even know how engineered this thing is. Probably not very. Probably not very, if I'm being honest. Okay, what fire groups do I got? Okay. Yeah, we can take a look. We can see what's going on out here in the area. Anything else kind of interesting looking? Go hit that one up, I guess. It's close.
Ship has released. You are clear to leave.
Okay. Can't boost in this one. I forgot. That's okay. Not like I can go back to the bubble and re-engineer it. That's fine. It's okay. We'll live.
Frameshift drive charging.
Speed restrictions have been lifted. Take care, Commander.
And yeet. Let's go. Hey, I gotta move again, finally. I don't know what the deal was with all that. What? Bye. Do I not have a scanner on here? Or really not? What's going on? Okay. Can I not honk? I guess I don't have a planetary scanner on here. Okay, well that's fair. All right. We've got, what are you? Arbon Star. Okay, we can take a look at this one. What kind of fuel scoop do I have on you too? I don't even know if this one has SEO. It might not. It's been a long time since I've taken it out. Maybe I should have gotten in the ante. All right. Been a while since I've seen a carbon star. Whee! Okay. What do you have? 8 bodies? Okay. All right. With a water world, huh? Carbon-based system. Interesting. Interesting. Hmm.
System scan complete.
Right. Ain't good? No. Okay. Well, I don't have a planetary scanner with me anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter all that much. I got 2 B-class. Hmm. Big boy. MS star. Heading towards becoming a carbon star.
Frameshift drive charging.
Right, E-Shorks. Show me something good. Show me something good. Like we've done all right this stream. We did okay. Nothing truly good. Nothing that just has like completely wowed me yet. Anger orb. 31. Okay now. All rocky bodies. Okay. That's fair. All around this one, so it's gonna be just gonna be a lot of nothing. Maybe I'll get a small body though. Maybe I'll get something tiny to kind of look at. Ringed landable, okay. Right. A lot of bodies, just not a whole lot to look at. Nothing super interesting. Okay. Come on. Oh, so many. Fast orbit.
System scan.
How fast are we talking? How fast do we need? 7 hours? That's about average for when that alert pops up. We have a couple with life, I guess. 6. Okay. Go take a look. The way's out there. It's fine. We got to slow roll it though because I'm in the cutter. And I don't have a planetary scanner, I guess. Don't have a DSS. All right. That's fine. That's fine. It's only some life signs. There we go. Yeah, I gotta fix this.
Frameshift drive charging.
I think I've still got a pre-engineered one sitting around. I've done enough CGs for them. Okay. Come on. You got this, buddy. You got this. There we go. How did I not have a surface scanner on here? I think maybe I was like playing around with this. Like had not like fully engineered a whole lot of it. You know, various things that happen. Not having the boost is pretty rough too.
Please be mindful of other ships around this carrier.
Why did it slow down? I didn't mean for it to slow down. Forget my own buttons. There we go.
Clearance granted. Move directly to your allocated path. Docking request confirmed. Assisted approach is underway.
All right. But you know, I think that'll go ahead and be it for tonight. I was really wanting to do some ops. We'll check one more time. I'll take one more look and see if we can get some ops in here before I like start playing around with engineering a bunch of stuff. But yeah, we're out here. We're just vibing among the stars. It's cool. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed taking a look and scanning some plants with me. Yeah, I don't know about the update. I don't think it was 11 months of waiting worth of work. The Nomad is definitely worth it. Operations less so. But you know, it's nice to be back out here. If for no other reason than the lighting updates making things a lot easier to handle as well. But yeah, it's been an interesting one. They've got a lot of stuff that they've got to work on, I think. Let's go ahead and put this in. Like I said, I don't even know if I have another pre-engineered one. I probably don't. Come to think of it. Yeah, I need one on here, if nothing else, to have. Okay, so this one is modified with the probe radius. It's not quite as good as the double engineered ones, but it'll work. It's fine. Here we go. Much better. All right, let's take a look. Let's see if we can get an op going or not. Maybe some of the Euros are waking up. I don't know. Honestly, I'm not even going to put Paisley Roland in. Last time I did it with an SLF flying around me, it causes some of the enemies to stick. Like they don't disappear after the general's done, which obviously makes it really annoying trying to land and all kinds of stuff. We're not gonna be able to get one in tonight. That's fine. It's okay. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and call it here. But thanks a ton for hanging out with me tonight. I hope you guys are having fun in Elite with the new updates. Like I said, it's been some issues. There's been a few issues, but the good things about it are really good. Everything else, hopefully they can get it fixed. That's really what it comes down to. But that being said, we might be back later today. I don't know. We'll just have to kind of play it by ear. But thanks a ton. I hope you guys have a good start to your weekend. It is Friday. You have made it. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye, everyone. Take care.